Guys, I got one for you today. I'm going to spend the next 4 days camped out on the top of a Georgia mountain. I'm going to bring you some hot tent camping, some trout fishing, and campfire cooking. I got up to the mountains last night, or I got to the foothills of the mountains last night. It was getting dark, and I didn't want to set up camp in the dark. So I crashed out in a cheap motel. The only motel in this town. I think I'm going to grab some breakfast, and we're headed up the mountain. Woo. Hoping I can find a good campsite down in here. I was here a year ago and I didn't camp. We stayed in a cabin. There's a stream that runs right down here through the mountains that is stocked with trout. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but it says it is 32 degrees right now. Around the rock bounced off the ice. Now I'm just driving these mountain roads looking for a campsite. There was a couple back there that I can definitely camp at, but I'm looking for that primo spot. I've never been this far onto this mountain. This is a public land area in Georgia. So at this point, I'm just exploring. I'd really like to find something next to the water if I can, just because I didn't bring any water with me. Originally, I'd wanted to be down by a stream or something, but this spot is well away from everybody, which I want to be out here by myself, and beautiful. And I think this is where I'm going to camp for the next couple of days. Woo. A good warm sleeping bag would make all the difference on trips like this. This bag's rated to 20 degrees. This particular tent has a ton of tie down points, high wind situations. I'm not really gonna need them all, but this one right here I am gonna do, just because that's where the wood stove is. I wanna have as much space between the wall and the wood stove as I possibly can get. tie a little trucker's hitch. Just tension that like that. I'd say you guys are just about ready, or I'm just about ready, for a little Yo MTV Cribs tour of my tent here. This is the first time I've used this tent. I've been waiting for it to get cold enough. So, it's the front door here. Like that, and it does zip shut too, but it has that door as a nice feature like that. Coming inside, of course, we've got a wood burning stove and all the fireproofing. Got a couple of windows here. This is the living room area here. Coffee table slash storage, table storage, table storage. And I can tell you, oh, I've camped a lot. It's nice to have a tent you could just sit down inside of like this. I can pull my little table over and eat and stoke the fire, maybe do a little cooking on top of the wood stove. Then over here we have the bedroom. This is a cot, and on a hot tent like this, you want to be up off the ground. The ground is going to be very cold. Even though I do have an insulated floor for it, I didn't bring it with me. Have a nice rectangle sleeping bag since I'm truck camping. Weight's not an issue. Comfy pillow with the deer head, and then storage all around. And I'll be honest, I feel like I could probably stay in this thing for, I don't know, a while. And I'm not that tall, guys, but I can stand up in here, which is nice, putting on your boots, getting dressed, all that kind of stuff. And if I needed to, I could have another cot right there for 2 people in here. I've never lit a fire in here, so I'm itching to do it. I brought some firewood. I'm gonna collect up some tinder, and we're gonna get her going here. Now I gotta check. I hope these little pieces fit. That's important. Okay, that'll go. I'll make a little tinder for the fire. I actually was able to get a big piece of what I call lighter knot. A lot of people call it fat wood down in Florida. I grew up calling it lighter knot, but it's all the same thing. It's when a pine tree dies and the sap settles and it concentrates, it makes a super flammable wood. Just like that. It's beautiful. Beautiful. That'll get a fire started in the rain. Make sure I got enough small stuff. If I got to restart the fire in the middle of the night, I don't have to come outside and look for this type of stuff. There we go. Now I'll put in my little lighter knot sticks. Camp is set up and I want to cook some dinner. I'm going to cook it on the wood stove, but I need some water. I'm going to make a gumbo. I need some water. I'm going to run down to the creek and get some. Oh, now originally I did want to camp down along the creek so I could kind of fish right out of camp, but I love this spot. I'm up higher. I'm way far away from anybody. Pop that open. Got an empty water bottle I'll fill up too. It says this thing holds a gallon. Mountain fresh. I'm gonna make you guys a gumbo on the wood stove, and not just any gumbo, squirrel gumbo. Now, me and my buddy Brian went and shot these squirrels, and since I had just done a squirrel video, I didn't film it. That's beautiful right there, guys. Grab a couple of these things. What I want to do is dry them off a little bit. And people are always giving me a hard time about shooting squirrels with a shotgun. Looks like a pretty good squirrel right there to me. Honestly, this one, Brian shot with a 22, and we only got half of it. So, and I'm not hating on Brian. I'm just saying, all you 22 go-hards are, it's whatever. You got your hind quarter. Conecuh smoked sausage. This is good stuff, y'all. If you haven't tried Conecuh, you definitely need to. Cut this in chunks. Gonna take our squirrel pieces and season them up with some Cajun seasoning. You guys know I use K-Fred. Mix that up, make sure they're coated well. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil in our pot. Start browning our squirrel parts in that oil. That's the kind of brown I'm looking for right there. Go ahead and start flipping some pieces. Go ahead and pull this squirrel out and just set it aside for a minute. We'll go in with our smoked sausage. And into that oil, go one of these things of onions, one of these things of bell pepper, that's going to start and release some of what's all on the bottom of that pot. Also got some celery. I'm not going to do this whole thing of celery. It actually froze in my cooler. Do like half that thing of celery. A little bit more Cajun seasoning. Now somewhere one of you guys, or maybe a bunch of you guys, are going, Ian, that can't be a gumbo because you didn't make a roux. Well, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna use jar roux. I'm camping and I'm cooking on a wood stove, guys. Just be too hard to make a roux. So you gotta give me a break. We'll go ahead and add some garlic. I like garlic. Garlic out of a jar. Jarlic. Now I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of jar roux. Just like that. Start breaking that up. When it comes out of the jar, it's kind of hard, and we're going to cook that into the vegetables. Two cans of chicken broth going in. Going to go back in with our sausage. Back in with our brown squirrel. Like that. Oh yeah. Let that come up. It's simmering a little harder than I'd like, but the wood stove, it's hard to control the temp. I got it choked down, so we're just gonna simmer that as long as I can take it, or until the squirrels start falling off the bone. Sun's going down, temps dropping pretty quick. It's been cozy inside of there. I think I'm gonna do a lot of adventuring with this tent right here. What's cool about this is it's just dead silence. There's no noise. No cell phone service. Just up here on the top of a mountain, cooking squirrel gumbo, camping out. I wish the girls were here with me. Squirrel gumbo while camping. Don't get much better. Tender, tender. Let's put that right on top. I zipped this whole thing up just a second ago to see how warm it would actually get. And it got up to like 80 in here, so I just cracked the door. Gumbo came out really good. Little squirrel leg. I probably simmered this 2 hours. See you guys in the morning. Good morning. My fire died out in the night, but honestly, there was so much warmth in here. It stayed good. About 4 a.m. it felt cool, but I got a 20-degree sleeping bag, so I gotta get up and start that fire. I think we're gonna do some trout fishing today. Gonna get a little coffee going. Oh. Hell of a place to wake up to. I didn't start too big of a fire because I just wanted to get warmed up and to get dressed and whatnot and have some coffee, because today I'm going to drive down the mountain a little bit and we're going to do some trout fishing. I like real strong coffee. Better have a little too much than not enough. Oh man. Let's see if I can do this. Don't make fun of my cup, it's crystals. Oh, I'm not using it right. What's going on here? Oh, I gotta press the thumb. I like some cream. Oh. First place I'm going to try right here, I do not have high hopes for, because it's a very public area you can drive right to and walk down. But I thought, You don't know unless you try. Before I go hiking off through the woods and wading and everything, just gonna throw classic little 16-ounce spinner, ultralight setup. See what happens here. You're kidding me. I got one, guys. Oh, shoot. How about that? Got me a trout. I did not expect to catch a fish right here. Oh, yeah. Did not expect that at all. These trout are all stocked by the state, but they haven't done any stocking in months. Beautiful little trout. And that right there is going to be part of my lunch. So all you people that are screaming right now that I'm mishandling it, I get it. I'm going to eat this one though, so give me a break. Heck yeah. First trout of the trip. I'm stoked on that. See if we could do it again. Kidding me. You're kidding me. I got my second fish right here. This is crazy. This looks like a bigger fish too. Wow. I never would have guessed it. Oh, what a pretty fish. How pretty. Amazing. What a beautiful fish. North Georgia rainbow trout. Let's see, what are the chances I can catch 3 right here? That'd be a perfect amount for my lunch. This one's jumping, guys. Oh my goodness. This is the biggest fish of the 3. He about snatched the rod out of my hands. Wow. Wow. What a pretty fish. Biggest of the day, y'all. How about that? Wow. Look at the beautiful colors on that fish. And that's lunch. I'm just going to keep these 3. And the only reason I'm handling these fish like this is because I'm going to eat them. Otherwise, I'd be careful to get them back in the water. Beautiful rainbow right there. Biggest of the day. That one's probably 14, 15 inches. I'm just going to go ahead and gut these trout now. Just like that. And then you just pull all that stuff out. Back at camp, we'll get a little fire going here. Well, I let the fire burn down, get me a little coal base going over there. We'll go ahead and get these things ready. We're just going to do them real simple over the fire. All I'm going to do is just rub them with a little bit of oil, mostly just so they don't stick. Just like that. I got plenty of oil there now. And then I'm just going to hit them with some Cajun seasoning. Forgot I had these little K-Fred packets. Nice for camping. I don't know if he sells them or if they're just a tester. Make sure we get the inside there. Outside. Outside. I got one of these doohickeys. So Fish can just lay right in there. Then this thing just locks right down on them. I can put that right on the grill, right over the hot coals and fire. Ooh. Nice hot coal base there. Get them trouts a roasting. Started off way too hot there. All right. Ooh, that fire was way hotter than I thought it was. They're gonna be crispy on the outside. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I did crisp up that skin, but the meat is perfect. Look at that. Fresh, straight from the river. That is good stuff. Kind of turned into a lunch, early dinner, I think. A little hot sauce on them. Crazy thing too is, just haven't hardly seen anybody go down the mountain a little ways. You see a lot of people fishing and stuff, but up here, I got it all to myself. I timed it from here to the paved road is 30 minutes. Nothing but meat. Hell of a meal. Just starting to rain. Guess we're inside. I guess we're gonna find out if this tent leaks. Steady raining. See you guys in the morning. Oh. Oh, it rained all night and it's still raining. Oh, not hard, just steady raining, but stayed nice and dry in here. It only got down to about 40 last night, so I didn't even have a fire. But I think I'm gonna start it up now and maybe have some breakfast. Oh. Good and wet this morning. Get a little coffee going here. I've got some Wild Hogs breakfast sausage. When I shot that pig with John, I'm gonna make a little breakfast scramble with some eggs and onions and peppers, I think. Some good looking sausage. diced onions in that. Some peppers. I could have swore I brought some cheese, but apparently I did not. Well, let's go see how the creek looks. I'm a little bit worried with all that rain that all these mountain roads are gonna be slick as snot. It is way, way warmer than the day I got here. I think it was only down to like 40 last night, but it's gonna be back down to 30 tonight, so. Not the kind of place you'd want to slide off the road. For reference, my camp is up there, about 3/4 way up that mountain. Well, the creek doesn't look any higher than it did yesterday. Maybe a hair, maybe moving a little faster, but it's still clear. And that runs out into the Toccoa River, which is where I want to fish. So hopefully it's all good. I'm looking for them, just can't find them. Quite honestly, I spent most of the morning looking for trout. Tried a bunch of different spots. I even went to an area where you can't harvest them right now. It's supposed to be good, but I couldn't catch anything. Maybe today just is not my day, but I'm gonna keep looking. Got myself on a bit of a sketchy mountain trail here. The river's down there. Found a spot to pull off right here and go on down there and fish. Man, what a dope I am. I thought I'd hike down to some untouched area of the river, and the swing bridge is right there, which is a popular tourist spot. Nonetheless, there might be some fish here. Not the most intelligent thing I've ever done, but not nearly the dumbest, so. You can't say I didn't try today. I was all over the place, tried a lot of different things, and today just wasn't my day. I even went back and tried where I caught fish yesterday and didn't catch anything. So maybe I should have quit while I was ahead. I'm gonna head on back to camp. I'm gonna get a little chili going for dinner here. Got a nice coal base going. Touch of oil in there. I'm making deer chili. The deer's a little bit lean. The rest of my onions from earlier, we're gonna put in the rest of those bell peppers we had from this morning. Pack of ground deer meat. Still a little bit frozen. It's all right. Got that deer meat, onions and peppers all cooked down like that. Regular old pack of chili mix. Can of fire roasted rotel. Undrained. I'm gonna do just a touch of some tomato sauce. Not even that whole can, I don't think. Can of drained red kidney beans. I'll just take my heartburn medicine now. I want this to simmer, but I don't want it too hot. So I'm gonna push some of them coals back out from underneath it, just so it's not going crazy. Throw that lid on and just let it cook down for a little bit. Oh yeah. I'm gonna call that done. I like some deer chili on a cold night, huh? It's supposed to get down to 30 tonight. It was. I like to put sour cream and cheese, but I forgot it. Well, Fritos on there. That's the way to do it right there. That was hot, but I'm just watching a big old full moon come up on the other side of that mountain right there. Got a big hot fire burning. A little deer chili out on the side of a mountain. Makes you wonder what the rich people are doing. I'm gonna sit by the fire for a little bit. I'll go inside, start a little fire in the wood stove. See you guys in the morning. Good morning. It's like 33 right now. Oh man. That does not get old. So this is the RBM 2-up hot tent. Honestly, this thing is super, super warm. I probably wouldn't even venture to camp in it unless I was below 30. Like this, it's insulated. It holds the heat so well. When I crank that stove up, it's like 75, 80 degrees in there, even in 30 degrees outside. Here's a gear breakdown of the essential items I had. Obviously I had other stuff with me, cooking stuff and things like this, but the stuff I used to actually camp is right here, and I'll go over it with you guys. Obviously the RBM Outdoors hot tent with the wood stove. I also have the insulated floor for it, but I did not bring it on this trip because I didn't think I would need it. That's more for snow and ice. I have the one Tigris camp table and chair. I've got a Cabela's canvas 20-degree sleeping bag. This thing works super great. I just got it recently. It's heavy. It's more of a truck camping thing. All this stuff is heavy. This all together is about, I don't know, 45, 50 pounds. And then another maybe 20 for the stove, 15. And then I also have a just Magellan brand cot, canvas cot. I just picked this up on the way to do this trip because I didn't want to sleep on the ground, and I knew I would have room with the hot tent. It worked great. I don't really have any complaints about it. It is also a little bit heavy though. That's about 15 pounds. So this is the basics of what I brought with me. Obviously some cooking gear, the little grate, but a hatchet, you know, that is the basics of what I'm running for my truck camping hot tent gear. And that's it, guys. I'm packed up. I got about an 8-9 hour ride back home. Hope you enjoyed this video. I had a ton of fun making it. I will definitely be back to this national forest and do more camping videos with you guys. It's huge. I didn't even scratch the surface and had a great time. Drop me a comment if you enjoyed this and you want to see more hot tent camping videos. This was just kind of a tester. I know it wasn't super cold, but now I know how the tent works. I can go farther north. I can go into colder climates, snow, maybe even North Dakota. I don't know. Let me know if you want to see me in the cold. And we'll see you on the next one.